Good afternoon. I just had some lunch, and I thought I'd continue the journey of the abyss. No children is gonna get quite severe. No your children either. It's just for the, not for the faint-hearted and the adult. That gets ridiculous. As I said, I just came out of custody, and I had travel in the night time, so I didn't have money to pay for the train to go back, because the police gave me the keys of the house, but they didn't give me my wallet or my ID or my phone. They just completely left me with nothing, and I didn't say anything, and I was happy I left. It wasn't a good experience, but it was gonna be repeated constantly. And when I arrived, there was a new intruder. Somebody else to deal with. I had no idea with Mr. Matri Scott was in custody, or how many days he was. So I was on the phone forever trying to see if they could let me know on average so I could plan, but no answer. They was just winding me up. There's nowhere to go. So anyway, I was sitting down at the table, and he came and said, "I'm gonna make some dinner. Could you like some?" I said, "Sure." Whatever. And then he was showing me a website. He was doing some business with Mr. Matrix Scott. It's great. I've never heard about it, but he was showing me the website, and I could see all the subliminal codes. Basically, he was just a digital image, a shadow, a copycat of Matrix God, or my other, the expanded another God, or Adam, as he called himself. So the same energy, the same egotistical, narcissist, idiot. No essence on them. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to deal with it. So I was just ready to go to my room, but something told me you need to stay and see what's happening and how all of this is played. So I was there sitting down, and obviously he was mentioning me. He didn't have money and all of that. Suddenly he gets the whole supply of weed. So obviously getting new priorities right. And he said to me, "Would you like one?" And trust became a habit because I knew I couldn't say no. I was being recorded to take the drugs. But I automatically, I was telepathically told, "Don't worry, you just pretend that will have no effect on you whatsoever. You're safe. It's an illusion, and you know that." So he gave me the joint to make it. I've never made a joint in my entire life. So after trying to roll the thing up, didn't know how much to put. I just have no idea. He said to me, "Oh, I'll help you. I'll do it. I'll do one for you." Obviously, coding it, I could see everything that was going on. I said, "Great." He started to cook, made a meal. The meal all coded to poison. It was. I could see it all. He was taking some pictures. Basically, without me realizing, he was pretending he was using the phone. And then there was all of this. I could. It was shown to me, and he wasn't aware that I could see it. Like a site where the pictures were displayed, like, "Look, people competing, or you're amazing. Look, you managed to fool her. The other one didn't." Things like that. I was there eating the food. The food was lovely. It was lovely. Smoking, whatever. Yeah, just going with the flow. If anybody wonders how to go with the flow, is just ask the source to put you in a situation where you just need to be forced and you have no choice. It really works. And then you master the flowiness of life on the matrix, because you don't want to be in the matrix, you want to be above the matrix. Anyway, I think I possibly drank the whole bottle, whatever that was. Why now? I forgot. And all I remember is that the other one, Mr. Matrix Scott, appears, wakes me up. I was in the bedroom. I had my pajamas on. I said, "Well, who's undressed me and put my pajamas on?" And I said, "What's happening here?" I said, "You're out, great." And he said, "Shh." And he was showing me like what they were attempting to. He was telling me they're trying to make your soul captive, but you know, although I wasn't here, I was protecting you, and you're safe, you're fine, your soul is. I said, great. Still, who's changed my clothing here? Yeah. No answer, no answer. And so basically, what he was attempting to say is that the intruder, I'm going to call him the intruder, was obviously an enemy of us. He was there to make me captive, to steal my soul, so I would forget the truth and everything. And he said to me that it was good to keep our enemies close. I said, what for? What's the point? To see what they're going to do? I said, I don't care. We've got the soul. You're supposed to be the god of the matrix. What's going on? So, no, we need to do this. I just went with the flow. I said, okay. And there were the three of us. And then comes the ex of the matrix god. The hair washing machine wasn't working. Is she the mind using hours? I said, of course. Do the washing. She could go to the matrix god to start talking to him. He could start arguing with him, a fight. The other one would try to interfere. I would just go to my room. Then I would be called. You speak to her. It's not my problem. And then I went to a living room, just sitting down. I wasn't sure if it was amusing or boring by the time. And he comes and he was showing me a pointless book, but he opens and there was a note on the book saying, look, I'm gonna pretend that she is the one for me, so that they don't try to hurt you and they think I'm fooling you to get you captive. And then he stood up and said, oh, Amor, I'm gonna go to her place. So great, thanks God for that. And because this bath is not very good, it was bigger than the other one, and I'm gonna go and have a bath there. It's great, sure, take your time. I'm good with the other one. I've got entertainment. Your best friend, business partner. So anyway, they left to the place. He came back. God knows when. I possibly was asleep. He constantly woke me up. I told him, look, you know, whatever you do, just don't wake me up ever. It doesn't suit me. I don't sleep much, especially trying to work out. Yeah, so yes, just don't do it. And then that night he kind of like grabbed me and he put his heart next to mine, and our heart began to beat as one. And then he made love to me, and while he was making love to me, I felt like if I remembered that he was my soulmate. So the feelings were there, but I was observing. So what's going on here? But a while back I read that the matrix could heal any person in a split second. It's a change of code, and they know the code. They generate all the illnesses. It's just a matrix code, and our senses are frequency decoders of that code. That's how it works. So I read once, thanks God for that they're able to put feelings of being loved and temporarily of mind control. So, well, for some reason the source allowed for me to believe that he was my soulmate and that was completely love. And obviously I found the one. And on top of that, he was a god. Well, he was God. So was the goddess. So I kind of switched into kind of taken over by the source. And I was observing, but I didn't know what was going on. Totally and completely love. I found the man, you know, and I was so happy. I was so high. Yeah, telling you that I was so much in love with him. He's amazing. How long you've known him? All my life. I didn't. Whatever was coming out of my mouth, it was just really weird. It wasn't making any sense. It's like the whole relationship had been made up. Okay, I knew him, but not that much, and not for that long. But I couldn't help saying that crap. It would just come out and being really happy, in love. And I completely felt like if I was in love. Honestly. Yeah, so obviously he was in charge now. He was in love, my goodness, you know. I was chatting with the intruder, and suddenly whoever he said he was dating, which again I wasn't aware, appeared there. She came into the room, totally in love with him, you know, like a god, worshipping him, and he was like, oh, go away kind of thing, just to make him feel how amazing he is and how much women go for him. Okay. And then Matrix gods come down from whatever he was doing, and he brings a little bag of cocaine, which I've never tried, and I'm not interested in drugs whatsoever. I mean, you can perfectly get high with the source. You don't need any drugs or medication or anything. I understand why people take them is to escape and temporarily feel that connection, but it's better if you do it without. But at that time, that's what happened. So obviously they were trying to record my brain, and God knows what would happen with the four of us in that room if that have taken place. So shall we do a line? I said, yes, sure, make sure that mine is the longest because I've got the greatest strength. I was just, just making fun, like if I didn't know. So I've never done it before. So, if I'm going to start, I'll do it a big. Anyway, just annoy them, because obviously it's about 50 pounds. I had it all, yeah, the whole back. Don't know how many grams or whatever, yeah. I was absolutely fine. And they were looking at each other. They had a few lines as well, but they were out of it, but I was standing. And then they decided to bring alcohol, and I said, shit, let's just drink alcohol. And again, they just completely passed out, and I was still standing. I said, thank you, God, I've got the source, yeah. So that was my dilemma. Here we've got the matrix code that every time I speak to somebody, I find out something new that I had no idea. That according to him, I am the one and I'm the goddess, but still seeing the X because he needs to pretend that she's the one, otherwise they would curse me and hurt me. And then drugs have no effect on me, and he passes out. I'm not sure here that, or maybe he's just been a really good trickster and pretending that he's been affected like the rest. I don't. You see that's the thing. My dilemma is that I knew he could hurt me very much if he wanted to. That came later, by the way. He seemed to be helping me, yet he could seem to be also working for them. And they were as confused as I was. And then, I'm sorry if I'm not saying all of this chronologically. I might say this is going to come. This is whatever it comes. I'm really, as I said, I never expected to explain the story on a video, just talking to a camera. I was going to write it on a book because I thought the world wasn't ready for all of this information just yet. I was waiting for the right moment. There were lots of pieces missing, which at the time it didn't make sense, and a question mark, I don't know, clueless, little notes everywhere. But the book absolutely explains absolutely everything, all the code. I mean, it's just an outstanding book, backed up by science. It's brilliant. So and I want to do it on an ebook, and you will see all the details. It gets even more hilarious, scary, and fun. And brutal at the same time. It's got all the condiments of what would make what I think the best movie in the world. Really, you have it all. And let's not forget the comedy bit, because it does get that amusing as well if you look at it. And sometimes I said I'm gonna say this, and then I said something else, but more or less everything is leading, and I'll jump back and forwards to bits of my life, so everything makes sense. So yeah, this is the time when the king of the Matrix, the intruder hasn't arrived yet, so that was before. When I talking about, I had to go and pick up some bits of clothing at the other ones who also thought it was the God and Adam. And he said to me, no, I want to show you something. And we went to London, to a place where every single one of them except me was a shadow, was part of the Matrix. And it's just another wall. It's really one rule for them and for us for other, and the celebrities there. I mean, it got incredible. I couldn't believe I was seeing that. So that's coming on the next Abyss journey. So anyway, till the next video, I hope you're good. I hope you're enjoying. I know it's a bit confusing, but just bear with me. You can always watch it again when you've got time. And for me, it's not about you coming to the gate and me getting popularity and watching the movie. Absolutely not. This is my movie of life. This is exactly what's happened. The truth is being told. Somebody has to, and the enlightened ones, we're making sure of that we're waking up the human race. And my aim is to wake you up. Tell you the truth blatantly as it is, because most of you suspected that this is not right, like me, not quite right, but we tend not to follow the intuition. We're very much self-sabotage, conditioned and manipulated by the Matrix and this world, power and money. And it's about time that we realize that the human race is pure of heart. We are one with the source. And no, we don't get corrupted. No nonsense. We are here to wake up and make sure that this event doesn't get repeated again, because I'm not coming back, and without me, you're going to be stuck. So just make sure that it's the end. It's really the end. With all my love in my heart. If you don't believe it, feel it. I love you unconditionally. Till next video. Goodbye.